Fueled by Deathcast.
Speaking of your dad,
Oh.
he used to be a professional football player.
Yes, and that's the NFL.
Oh,
the NHL.
And that's why you mentioned you moved around a little bit as a kid, and you moved up here, and that's why, because he was moving around, right?
Yeah, so my dad, he's originally from Pittsburgh, too. My family has literally been in Pittsburgh, I think, since before Pittsburgh existed. So we are the OG Yinzers, as people from Pittsburgh like to call themselves. But he played college football at Pitt, so he stayed close to home there, and then he ended up being drafted to the Jets. So I wasn't born yet. I was actually born in Long Island. So we lived there for a few years. He played there for 11 seasons, but I wasn't born until like his last few seasons there. Then we moved to Seattle when I was like 2 or 3.
Wow.
So I really don't remember it much. I remember the only memory I have is walking in the rain and seeing mountain ranges, which is like pretty
much Seattle.
That's Seattle,
Yeah.
right?
That's a postcard is
Exactly.
what that
My mom
is.
had a duck umbrella, and I think that's the reason why I remember it. And then we moved back to Pittsburgh. So it's kind of cool because my dad got to end his career in his hometown. And then when he moved there, or when he was playing there, he was like, I want to retire in Pittsburgh. Like, my family's here. And
He only played one season in Seattle, right?
yes. So he played 11 in New York, 1 in Seattle, and then 4 in Pittsburgh.
And for football fans out there, I do know this about your father. He is still considered one of the best centers the Jets have ever had.
Oh, yeah. People like to bring that stat up
They
sometimes.
do.
Yeah.
They do.
Well, now, centers are like huge dudes, right?
Yeah, my dad's
Yeah.
a very large man.
Center's the guy that snaps the ball to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I know
Okay.
that
Just
part.
making sure that D-Man's on the same page.
he played center, guard, and I think he played a little bit of tackle. So he was all offensive line. So
Yeah.
He's just the big dude that they brought in to
Yep,
bulldoze.
the powerhouse. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was cool growing up. But growing up, it was like everyone's like, "Oh, what was it like growing up with an NFL dad?" And I'm like, it wasn't really any different than growing up with like a regular dad who goes to an office. But my dad's office happens to be a stadium.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that's
but did you
just,
go
like,
to a lot of games? And
I did when he played for the Steelers. I did. I think I don't really remember if I went to any in Seattle or in New York because I was so young.
Yeah.
But I remember going to a few games when he played in Pittsburgh, which was really cool because it was like after the game we'd go down and like wait for him in the locker room. But again, it was just kind of like, oh, my dad's at work, like my dad's traveling this weekend.
was he ever like super pumped after winning a game? I mean,
I don't really remember. My dad's a very like calm person.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't really express like what he's feeling necessarily all the time. Like he's happy, but he's just like very like to himself, like homebody, kind of like hanging out at home. So.
And now he's coaching in Albany, correct?
Mm-hmm. He's the offensive line coach at Albany. So his best friend Greg Gattuso, who played at Penn State, he became the coach here and immediately brought my dad on. And as soon as he came, my dad was like, "This is it." Like me and Greg, like they've been best friends literally since
cool.
kindergarten.
Wow.
And now they're coaching together finally. It's kind of cool. If you ask my dad about it and Greg, they got into a fight in first grade in the alley behind their school, and they fight to this day over who won.
oh my God. It's grade school. I promise nobody won.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Sorry, those little kids
Exactly.
ain't throwing punches to win a fight. That's all I'm saying.
But
D-Man fights a lot of little kids. He knows.
Trust me. I destroy them.
But yeah, so he coaches up here now. He absolutely loves it. My sister's gonna go to Albany next year.
Yeah.
So we really made it home up here, which is really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
very
And now
nice.
you got this awesome job at Death Wish.
Exactly.